There are several public housing developments in Seattle, including High Point, Rainier Vista, New Holly, and Yesler Terrace. Over the past 20 years, Seattle Housing Authority has redeveloped all of their properties, except for Yesler Terrace. In 2012, the City Council approved Seattle Housing Authority's plan for the redevelopment of the oldest and largest and most urban property. Now Yesler Terrace residents are preparing for the move. They will come back to a completely transformed neighborhood. It will be mixed income with 4,500 more homes. Throughout the 5-year planning process, SHA has conducted innumerable public meetings with Yesler Terrace residents. Today, it is more important than ever as residents prepare for the transition that Seattle Housing Authority effectively communicates each step along the way. Miscommunication can raise anxiety among the residents and make them fearful about the future and cause mistrust with SHA. This film examines how SHA is communicating with its residents and how the residents are understanding the message. How is the City of Seattle prepared to take feedback on the Yesler Terrace project?
A variety of different ways, and I know that, again, I mentioned that there have been at least a year of community meetings, but in an ongoing way, I'm sure that the Seattle Housing Authority has created those opportunities for their residents to communicate directly to the SHA board on Yesler Terrace and to continue to be involved. We at the City of Seattle also want to hear from communities. We really go out of our way to make sure that we're engaging with communities. Mayor McGinn, in his 3.5 years, or 3 3/4 years in office, has done over 131 town hall meetings. We are out in the community a lot. We think we govern best by hearing directly from community. So at any time, we're always prepared to hear from the residents of Yesler Terrace as we're walking around in the general area to make sure that people are continued to be connected to their government and so that we can listen to what their concerns are.
I work at the Seattle Housing Authority as the relocation coordinator for the Yesler Terrace project. Well, the number one way, the most effective way to communicate is just like we're doing, one-on-one. I've actually met every single resident who will be moving in the next year at least 1 or 2 or maybe even more one-on-one meetings. Sometimes it's in my office right here at Yesler Terrace. Sometimes I'm able to go to the resident's house or home and visit with them there. In addition, we actually have this is a magnet that describes the Yesler Terrace hotline or relocation hotline. It's a phone number that people can call. And this is pretty cool because some of the outgoing messages give information about relocation, about the project, and it's in 8 different languages. So this is a resource that a lot of people are going to be making more use of soon. We will assist people in their move from their current Yesler Terrace unit, and if they wish to come back, we will help them move back to Yesler Terrace. Part of the misconceptions come from, I think people sometimes look at what's immediately in front of them, and what they see in front of them is a move out, and that's the one that we're talking more about right now. And maybe thinking ahead, 1 or 2 years from now when people start moving back, things just get a little less concrete, less foggy because it's not right in front of you. When it's time for people to come back, when we have a new apartment ready for them to come back to, we're going to give it to them in writing in a postcard saying, would you like to come back, and make sure that people know that we will pay for a moving service to have them come back if they're ready.
I am a community organizer. I am a part of community council membership, and I live here for 14 years. They sit with us. Every time we have community council meeting, we invite the development people and talk to them and tell them what we want. Every month, meeting, we're tired. We don't trust them. Why? Because New Holly, when they turn down, they promise people. They didn't make that promise. Rainier Vista, same thing. High Point, same things. So we say, we are same like the other 3 communities. People in relocation right now, they give them over the place they don't want. They say, if we show you 3 places and you don't like it, we move you whatever we want by force. So that is not good. Not good because everybody have a choice, you know. If they take you someplace and you don't like that community, maybe it's not good for your kid. They're supposed to give you another chance. The place you like, more chance.
I live Yesler Terrace almost 14 years. I moved here because I'm family, low-income family. That's why I moved to Yesler Terrace. Community is actually is very good community. I know that one by one around here. Then is actually it's good. I get the information all the Seattle Housing Authority. Then get the news. Seattle come from Seattle Housing too. Then we get the all information about Yesler and neighborhood. They give me information for the all information, but the neighborhood then bring it door to door. Then we get the how to, you know, the another people more information than I give more information another people. They know there.
Miscommunication can lead to mistrust, so it is essential for SHA to find ways to communicate effectively with the residents of Yesler Terrace. Complicating the issue are mistakes made by SHA during past redevelopment projects, such as Rainer Vista, New Holly, and High Point. Residents from those neighborhoods have made many connections with residents from Yesler Terrace, and word spreads that some promises were being broken by SHA regarding previous redevelopment projects. This has led to anxiety and lack of trust among some residents at Yesler Terrace regarding SHA. Furthermore, some residents at Yesler Terrace fear that if they speak up and voice their discontent with SHA, they might be discriminated against in the future. For example, perhaps SHA could establish a method for the residents of Yesler Terrace to give input, share their ideas and grievances about the redevelopment that assures them of anonymity, and that they will not be discriminated against. Another complex issue concerning communication at Yesler Terrace is the cultural differences among the residents. SHA has done a great job to translate information into 26 different languages. However, it is not always the words per se that matter, but rather the way the information is received. Different cultures have different expectations concerning issues of childcare, safety, health, and family values. One way SHA could better communicate with the residents at Yesler Terrace is to work with a representative from each ethnic group to make sure that what they say will be understood in the spirit that is intended. SHA works closely with other agencies who serve the residents at Yesler Terrace, such as Neighborhood House and Parks and Recreation. They could establish stronger bonds with other organizations such as Catholic Community Center, Nature Consortium, and RecTech to ensure that they fully understand what SHA is communicating to the residents and to help clarify the information and avoid misunderstanding.